What is going on, Bucks fans? This is Bucks Football, the #1 Instagram Buccaneers fan page on Instagram. I today am going to be letting you hear some phone calls that I got from the game. Always, please call in. I will listen to any phone call, and I most likely won't answer. Just leave a voicemail, please, and I will definitely play it on the show because that's the only way I can get audio. So, the Buccaneers played the Oakland Raiders, and they lost. And they were given every single opportunity in the book by Oakland. Absolutely pathetic. Don't know how Jameis Winston couldn't take advantage. Jameis Winston play calling, defense, it just all wasn't there. And these calls represent that. So we're going to get to one. We got one. Here we go. This is around 8 seconds. Let's see if we got it. Here we go.
The Bucks are still going to win it all because Jameis Winston is raw.
It's a lot to be said there. Well, James Winston is still raw. He's not a finished product. Definitely not a finished product. Still has some developing to do, but yikes. That performance was not his best at all. Here's another phone call we got.
Feels like we do this way too often in Bucks County. Always losing close games. Always losing shitty games to shitty-ass teams who don't deserve to win. How the hell do they have that many penalties and we still lose? How the hell do we give up so many big plays to such ridiculousness? Our secondary. Fucking Conti? Chris Conti. I've given you the benefit of the doubt so many times, brother, but you know what? Getting beat like that week in and week out, holy fucking shit, man. We need to. I don't know what we're not seeing defensively. We need to get him out of there. That's like saying Robert Aguayo is gonna come. He's coming around. Don't worry, give him a chance. Fuck that. Aguayo gone. Fuck him. Don't care. He's gone. Our secondary. We need something to happen. We definitely need something to happen. Grimes and Hargraves, we're doing okay. Those two are doing okay, but you know what? I definitely, I'm not, too long. This is too much. Bucks County, we need to do something. Buck Nation, stand up. We need to do something now.
I like the passion. Vernon Hargreaves definitely wasn't okay. He allowed Amari Cooper to run all over him, and Michael Crabtree. Aguayo, I think we didn't lose this game because of Aguayo. He missed the extra point, yes, but we were able to get the 2-point conversion. So, really, Aguayo's kick, it's almost like he never missed it. He did, but it didn't cost us the game. Here's another phone call we got from New York.
After we lost today and all of our division rivals won, what would losing to the Falcons, how bad would that be? How bad of an effect would that have on us? And how much of a positive effect would it have on us if we beat them? Also, do you think Tandy should get more playing time instead of Chris Conti? And what do you think about trading for a veteran wide receiver?
Well, I think a loss to the Falcons would really push us back and probably mean no playoffs, no division, no meaningful games in December, and that's what this team needs. To answer your question, what a win would do, it would bump us right back into the talk. The Falcons, we'd be around their necks with 2. With 2 wins over them, we would be 3-0 in the division, which would be huge. I do believe Keith Tandy should start over Chris Conti. I also believe they should give Ryan Smith a chance, even though he hasn't done well as kick returner. Kick return and safety are obviously two totally different things. I think you should give the young kid a shot. And I don't see the Bucs trading for a veteran wide receiver. Here's another call we got late last night.
First of all, we're not going to the playoffs. We allowed 513 yards from Derek Carr, 2 wide receivers with over 100 yards. Our rushing defense is good. Our passing defense is horrible. Jameis Winston is inconsistent. And I'll just keep Aguayo since we're not going anywhere. He hasn't become the best NCAA kicker for no reason. He probably just has the jitters.
You know, I kind of agree with him on that one. I think Aguayo probably has some jitters. There's probably something there. I also think it's kind of in his head. He's putting a little bit too much pressure on himself. You never know. I do think, though, and I'm not writing the Bucs off yet, but I do think a loss to the Falcons on Thursday night would probably put an end to the season. Here's another call we got from New Jersey. Cool.
Terrible performance by the offense and horrendous, horrible performance by the defense. They had no help. It was terrible, horrible. The offense. You see how aggressive the Raiders were? They're fucking throwing the ball over the middle, throwing it deep, doing whatever they can. We have a 6'5" receiver, and we can't do that either. Ridiculous. Terrible play calling. Horrible. The Raiders are throwing this fucking left and right. And our defense did nothing to help that either. Fucking terrible. Fire that defensive coordinator, fire that fucking head coach, and fire that fucking offensive coordinator. It's a fucking terrible job. God. Vernon Hargreaves uses his tits on a bull.
See, I agree with some of the stuff he says, but the only thing I disagree with is, no need to fire defensive coordinator Mike Smith, head coach Dirk Cutter, offensive coordinator Todd Monken. There's just no need. It's way too early. We're not even done year one yet. Imagine how we would be perceived by the NFL if we would let go of our whole coaching staff after 1 year. Nobody would want to come play for us. Nobody would want to come coach for us. It just wouldn't be good. It just wouldn't be good at all. There's another phone call from Pennsylvania.
I think it's time for the Bucs to just take it one practice at a time and just stop worrying about making good plays. We just need to get one possession at a time. It all starts with the defense, obviously. Can't let teams like the Raiders, the Rams, just inconsistent young teams to come back at us and win. But we got all the weapons that, we got enough weapons. We might be out Doug Martin, but we got Mike Evans, we got Cameron Brate, Quan Alexander, Brent Grimes. We just need the veterans to step up. We need to keep striving, keep getting these NFC South wins like we have. If I were to predict a 3-4 start, I'd be happy with that. Just because we beat NFC South teams, and that's obviously a big key to what this program's going to be in the next couple of years. So, I hope to see some good results and, go Bucs Nation, seize the day, baby. Let's go.
I like his thoughts. Just take it one game at a time, one down at a time, one practice at a time, all that. I think that's what the Buccaneers have to do. They can't just be looking over their shoulder and saying, well, we got this schedule coming up, and this is this, and this is that, and that can't happen. That's when you make mistakes, you try, it gets in your head, and that just can't happen. We got the final phone call, and then I'm going to wrap it up with my final thoughts. We got the final phone call from Denver, Colorado. If it would play. Here we go.
How's it going? Calling in here from Denver, Colorado about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. After watching them the last few weeks, there's just a few things that just frustrate me more than anything. Let's just list off the three. That's playing calling, Aguayo, and team momentum. the play calling I'll start with is just absolutely awful. I mean, we're running first down, second down, almost every single drive. You know, when it works, it's fantastic, but when you cannot get yards on first down, we should not be attempting the same thing, leaving ourselves with a 3rd and 10. That's just ridiculous, and it's letting the other team know exactly what we're going to do. Roberto Aguirre, we traded up for him, 2nd-round draft pick. You know, I would love to give the guy a chance, but if we're going to be a serious team in the hunt for playoffs, we cannot be having a kicker who is missing field goals. And, you know, as of right now, 3-4, we're looking like we're still in the hunt. And, you know, you can, you know, it's easy to blame him. You put the blame on the Rams game on him, definitely, and, you know, who knows what else. So, that and team momentum, you know, we came out in the first half of the Raiders game strong. We, you know, we looked good the first half, but the second half we just fell apart, and in the fourth, or in overtime, we could not get a single drive going. So when we're going, you know, we can score, we can have good drives, but when we're not going, we're bad, and that is what makes a good team, and what makes a bad team a bad team, and we need to get better at being able to just get our heads out of the dirt and focus on the game. So that's just 3 things that I see. There's definitely some more, but those are 3 biggies. Yeah, just calling in here from Denver, Colorado. Big fan of the Bucks, and yeah, thanks.
Thank you all for calling in and sharing your thoughts with me. You know, I have to agree with him. When things aren't going good, they continue to not go good. We can't, you know, we dig ourselves these holes and just keep digging and digging and digging. The Raiders, they were a prime example of a good team. They were down 10-0. Came back 17-10. We tied it up 17-17. We took the lead 17-16. We took the lead 24-17. The Raiders came back, tied it up, and bang. So I think that's really a big difference from the Raiders and the Buccaneers. Do I think the Buccaneers are a losing team? No. Are they a mediocre team? Yes. Are the Raiders a good team? Yes. You know, overall, penalties. The Raiders had over an NFL record for penalties, and we still couldn't beat them. That's not good at all. That's really not good at all. And quite frankly, like, this Jameis was off. You know, there's nobody else for Jameis to throw to, honestly, than Mike Evans. Adam Humphries can do a little bit, but Mike Evans is the main target, and that's it. Teams just double him, and that's it. Defense, I don't blame it all on them. They were on the field almost the whole game, almost the whole second half, and almost the whole overtime. I think we ran like 8 plays or 9 plays in overtime. Yeah, overall not good at all. I think the Raiders are probably a year ahead in the rebuild than the Buccaneers are. I do believe, however, that if we stay on the track that I think we're staying on, and we do the things we need to do in the offseason, I think we will be the Oakland Raiders next year. We will be, 4-1, 5-2, 6-3 maybe. You never know, and we're going to start playing meaningful games in December. Thank you all who called in. I have some big news that he works with me on the fan page. Our draft analyst Riley Allman will be on the show on Wednesday night to preview the Atlanta Falcons game. And, so that's fun stuff. And thank you all for calling in. Really helps the show to have this. I know I had some technical difficulties on Saturday. I apologize for that. But seriously, thank you all for calling in. If you want to call in again, the number is 484-645-5646. I will always just leave a voicemail, and I will play it on the show sometime before or after, maybe even in the middle, who knows. But anyways, that'll do it for this one, and go Bucks.